his name is...
It's John Bunday. Hello Internet, here's John Bunday, and it is February 28th, but last night on February 27th I finished game number 3 for the RPG challenge, and that is Sonic Chronicles, the Dark Brotherhood. So this is a game that was actually gifted to me by Gordon, Give84 Gaming, top bloke. He sends out so many games to people when he like picks up bundles and things that he's just like, yo, just have it. Top man, and like he was the first person from YouTube I met, and then also, sorry, Stuart Generation Pixel, like later that day. And so he, they both like gifted me some things, but this was one was from Gordon. So I was thinking of what I could play for the DS for this challenge, and it's like, well, it has to be this one. So talking about the game itself, yeah, it's an RPG because it's an RPG challenge. So this game was made by BioWare, yes, the Mass Effect people and Dragon Age people. This is meant to be like a episodic series, but due to legal problems, we'll only get the one game. But taking the game on itself, it ends with a cliffhanger, which will never be resolved, but I think like the creator has written out like what they were planning to do with the second episode. I'll have to read it at some point. But let's talk about what the game was actually like. Artistically, oh, gorgeous, like, you know, nice and colourful, vibrant. So it uses the DS very well. Story-wise, yeah, it finally does something with like the fact that Knuckles is the last of his tribe, and is doing so with that. And I think that is why there's legal problems due to the Archie comics, like one of their creators over in America had a legal battle with Archie, and then as a result Sega. So yeah, so story was enjoyable to finally see that kind of being fleshed out, and it had some things from like the modern Sonic games, like as in like characters, but it wasn't whacking over the head with like, you know, lots of they were trying to, I think, stay more grounded in like the Sonic aspect rather than maybe the real world aspect, if that makes sense. Gun, the organization are in there and there are people, but it's more like exploring some zones and having some fights. This game is purely, and I stress purely, touch based. You cannot use buttons or D-pads. I mean, I think you use left or right to do stuff, but I never did. So that means moving around. You use the stylus to move your character on the screen. When it comes to battles, it's standard turn-based RPG mechanics, except your special moves are done by doing touchscreen actions, QuickTime events. And they piss me off for the longest time, because there's 3 types. There's either where there's a circle and you have to hit it enough times before like an outer circle gets to the middle. Not too bad. Another one where you have to touch circles that appear on the screen in order before they like, you can't just do it immediately. It's not like whack-a-mole. You have to wait for like a second for like a outer circle to reach the middle before you touch it. The worst of the 3, and the one I struggle with the most, is where there'll be like a trail outline, and then a circle will start, you know, going through it. I would always try to put the stylus down onto the screen the moment the guiding circle reaches the circle for you to begin, and I would usually always fail those. But until I read a message board, because I was like, I can't, is there something wrong? The touchscreen is working fine, but yeah, I keep failing these. And then someone was like saying, this was probably for like a decade ago or longer, saying, oh yeah, for those kind of challenges, you can put your stylus on the screen on that circle before the guider reaches it, so you're prepared, and then follow it around. And when I started doing that, it was pretty much like night and day. I just started like getting through them all, and I was just like, couldn't they like add something in so that if people kept struggling with this, they could have like, you know, given a hint like, oh, we see you're struggling with this type of puzzle. Maybe you need to understand blah 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 blah. Maybe that would have been picked up in QA, but oh well. So the game isn't too tough. Like I didn't hit level 20 before the end. It took about 8 to 16 hours. Because I was playing this in like the evenings, and there's no timer on the game. I'm not sure how long I took to beat it. So it's not like a very long RPG, and I appreciate that. It did not outstay its welcome. I was ready for it to end by the time I got to the end. Yeah, Sonic got to go to lots of interesting places. You collect the Chaos Emeralds. There's no in-game Super Sonic. There is Final Battle Super Sonic, which is not really a spoiler because that's been the same for like how long now in the games. So yeah, it's if you have a DS, it's definitely worth checking out as long as touch-based QTEs aren't going to drive you up the wall. And I don't think necessarily the game is that expensive. It was given away for free, so it can't be that expensive. So, I mean, nothing against Gordon, but I'm guessing if this game was like worth 20 quid or something, it's probably going to be a CEX trade-in. So, but yeah, so. Oh, and Gordon has now joined the 12 RPG challenge as he's been playing a bunch of those. So, welcome to the cult, Gordon. And I'll leave links to everyone I've mentioned along with the other members of the challenge. So, let's see what we play next. Till next time.